welcome to the Apex Esports League GTE 24-Hour Masters Championship. So tonight we have round 3 of the series. It is currently at Bathurst Panorama. So the drivers will be heading off into a 15-minute practice session, followed by a 15-minute qualifying session, and then heading off into a simulated 24-hour race, which will go over 90 minutes. So previously we were at Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps GP for the last fortnight's round. So currently our drivers results were, we have currently in first position is Tenchi 202. So he's followed by Angry Old Fella, and sitting in third is Aussie Chopper, and up on him for second, third and fourth is actually quite close, so hopefully we'll see a bit of competition there. We feel the drivers are a bit of a no-show from the last round. We do have an extra new addition to it, so he will be joining us with this as well, so hopefully we'll get some good results from him as a new show. So forecast for Bathurst, actually some light rain that will be expected probably around midday in the race, and then also with the qualifying as well. So drivers will have to get in some quick laps to try and get a good qualifying time for the dry weather before the rain sets in. So drivers are just loading in to the match at the moment for 15 minutes of practice session. So we'll see who gets out onto the field first. So Matteo Tommaso out on the track. So he's driving the Porsche. Other drivers still in the pits. So it looks like quite cold track temperatures at the moment, so it will be quite slippery. Our drivers are loading up at the moment. Angry Old Fella is now out on the track. He's driving the Chev Corvette. Ooh, a little bit slippery up there, heading up into the cutting. We'll see him return to the pit most likely and reattempt that. Aussie Chopper in the Ford GT. Maybe having some controller issues. He's not headed back to the pit. I'm assuming if it's all like that, it'd just head back in and start again. The Psycho, driving the Chev Corvette as well, has been the weapon of choice in the series so far. Previous race we had at Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps. Angry Old Fella took the win, followed by second with Tenchi. Kazafreak came third. He's in this round. Hasn't joined the session. We've got Sweat Ridge came in at fourth. He hasn't joined. Psychogency came fifth. Aussie Chopper was in sixth place. This was only a small field, so small field again, not quite a full grid, unfortunately. So Angry has now headed back into the pits. Chopper just completing his first lap. Looks like he's closely followed by Psycho there. Psycho getting a nice draft heading along pit straight. So the simulated race time is 9 o'clock at the moment for this. It's 15 times speed. So time will progress quite quickly and track temperatures will increase as well as that happens. It's the same with the race. It'll progress over the 90 minutes, but the drivers will see a full 24-hour period. So starting at 9 o'clock simulated time and head on through the night. Oh, a little bit of a wall collision there by Aussie. They'll seem possibly want to head back into the pits. Having a practice, a couple of drivers dropped out. Angry has possibly some controller issues. Wall hit again there by Aussie, pushing the limits there up along Skyline. He goes down through this as well, cutting the curve. Wide out there in the dipper. Nice corner there through Forest Elbow, that'll see him get a nice speed. So the Ford GT will have the advantage of the top speed in this race going down Conrod. Let's see what speed he's got up to. 281, a nice speed down there in the chase. So Matteo Tommaso set his first lap, so 208. Not bad for the Porsche there, so it'll be doing quite well through the mountain. Will be lacking the top end speed on the straights unfortunately, but he'll definitely be able to have an advantage over the other cars. Getting down from down there, a bit of lag experience there on Matteo. Sokagency setting a nice time of 205 for his first lap. Very impressive work for him there. Oh, slide. Well, that's cost him. He'll be a bit too much damage there for him to make it good for him. Hopefully it doesn't cause some congestion there for the other driver. So Aussie goes round and head to the pits there. So Sweet Ridge has made it in. That is great. Now on the track he's probably still loading in at the moment. The Skiddy 14 in the Ferrari, so he's new to the series, so it'll be nice to see what he can bring to the table in his Ferrari. Having some connection issues by the looks of things. Quite a bit of lag experiencing, so we're maybe having some server issues with Project Cars at the moment. So Birdie Blue out in the Corvette. $10 kilometres an hour difference there from Corvette. Oh, spin out in the chase. Car reset. The GT definitely will have an advantage on Conrad. We'll possibly see some moves made there. Ferrari will do nicely with the mountain as well, same as the Porsche. Its top end speed going down Conrad will put it at a disadvantage. Nice tidy driving down there through the mountain. Very quick cornering. Beautiful through follow salvo. We'll see how quick he gets going down Conrad. Not a bad speed there, just 75. Very similar to the Corvette there, so a good exit speed coming out of Forest Elbow. There's Psycho Density still with the quickest time in practice, 2:05. So Skiddy in the Ferrari doing a 2:08. Toyo Tommaso into the pits heading back out, so setting a 2:07 in the Porsche, which is nice. So the Ford 2:15, closely followed by Tenchi 2:02. Corvette in the 2:15. Also close with Mersey Blue for 2:16, so Tenchi's improved by 3 seconds. Angry old fella is back in with us, so connection or control issues possibly going on for him, so hopefully it doesn't be experienced by him again. A little bit slidey there, almost put it into the wall at the same spot as before. It will get interesting for the driver as the forecast for rain will possibly be around midday to the early afternoon. It will clear in time for the night stint. Current lead in the championship after the 2 rounds. Tenchi is leading by 26 points. So drivers do receive points for qualifying position as well as race position, and also for the fastest lap as well. So there's no clear winner in the shed. It can be anybody's race at this stage. Waiting on Angry Old Fella to set his first lap along Sweat Ridge. Running wide there, cost him a second there. That's his outlet, so it doesn't cancel that with Mikey, so hopefully that's some good speed here coming up the mountain straight. Sweat Ridge making contact with the wall there, and again pushing that Corvette to the limits. A lot of slip. Lap time's quite close there. Skiddy 14 for 2:06. Psycho taking currently in 2:05. Well, heavy on the brakes there, locking up that rear left. times at 205 might be quite hard to beat at this stage. There's only a difference of 0.085 between first and second. Oh, who's off there? It looks like it may have been Psycho off the track there, potentially. So a little bit loose there. I think that may have been his outlap there. Skiddy is now taken first. Nothing between there, 0.008 between them. Skiddy just vanishing off the track there, clearly happy setting a 205.965. If Psycho can shave that off, that is difference between Giddy driving the Ferrari and Psycho. So we did see similar top speed actually down on the rod there with those two cars. So Ferrari may be a strong contender in this yet. There is custom setups for the drivers as well, so they can completely customise the car to suit the track. Psycho hugging that wall there, nicely done. Top speed along the skyline there, heavy onto the brake, approaching the S's there. Practice session completes. The drivers have got a couple of minutes to finish up the last laps. So then they will head off into a 15-minute qualifier. So the forecast is, because it's overcast conditions at the moment, it'll be overcast for the start of the qualifying and then finish in some light rain. So it'll be interesting to see if they can get the tyres up the temp, so it will be in game time of midday for the qualifying start. And it'll simulate into the afternoon, so it will, as the rain hits, it will be cooler temperatures. Top three, all setting at 205. Oh, just at time again. Psycho just improved his time. Sweet Ridge. And the Corvette now taking first with 205.048. Very tidy time. Psycho with only 0.291 difference, and then 0.916 to third. So it's only a couple of seconds. Only 6 seconds from first to the back of the pack there. Angry just getting in a time, 2:07, so it's not bad for his first cold one as well. So done nicely there in his Corvette. Nosy Blue finishing up his last lap. It's an angry old fellow just got in another. Unless he's just AIing, yes. So for the practice, Sweat Ridge taking a time of 2:05.048, very good. So should possibly be able to see a couple of seconds improvement there by starting at the midday, but it still will be overcast, so still cool temperatures. So hopefully they can get in some good, clean, hot laps before this rain sets in. So drivers will be there momentarily. Drivers now heading out of the pits. Looks like, oh, Psycho hits the wall already. Hopefully no damage there. Looks like Matteo there in the Porsche, followed behind him. It'll be interesting to see what Psycho and Skiddy upsetting all the qualifying. we usually only do a 10-minute practice session, but the guys all hadn't done many practice laps in preparation for the race, so we did get an extra 5 minutes there, so an extra couple of laps for them. And new driver entering, Rojo Gresh 132 in Ford GT. It's good to see another driver joining in. So a few new names to the series. It'll be nice to see how things go. Definitely offers slippery on the track at the moment with midday temperatures, so we'll hopefully see them getting some good couple of quality laps, get them those tyre temperatures up, and see if we can get I'm expecting possibly 202, 203. If you are joining us and watching the stream on Twitch, there is also some panels there. I'm not sure if it'll work on mobile devices or not, but if you're looking at the desktop version, there is some panels down below so you can take over audio on the feed, send cheers and boos and all sorts of things, so you can cheer on your favourite drivers. Make sure you jump in on the chat, I can see that as well, and give a shout out. So let us know who you think is doing well and favourite driver for the round. If you're interested in joining in on any of our races, it's Apex Esports League on Facebook. Find us there and join in on the fun and get on some more racing. So we also have another broadcast coming up this week. So on Thursday night we have the V8 Supercars. It looks like some drops of rain already, so drivers will need to quickly get in a try lap, so with the time sped up to simulate a longer period race, the rain will fill up pools a lot quicker on the track. So raindrops there on the camera. One driver back into the pits there, it looks like Mersey Blues in the pits. Ghosting there by the car where ghost settings is actually switched off. I'm narrowly avoiding that incident, don't know how it occurred. And just dropped back into the pits in time. Spinning out there just at the start of the going up the mountain. Getting some good pace down through there. May be able to get another lap in on the slicks before having to swap over to the wets. We have set it up for a typical Bathurst weather forecast. Setting up Bathurst without expectancy of some rain. Sweat Ridge approaching his first lap. Looks like some cars in front of him. He will be their out lap, so no times will be set. Alright, it is. And Mateo, Sweat Ridge 204, nice. Very nice time there by the Corvette. So Mateo and his Porsche setting 209. Skiddy at 207. And 204 will be hard to beat now. The rain is setting in. Nice crackle and pop there by that Porsche. Downshifting there. Tied up against that wall. Using every bit of track there. Well done there for Mateo. Oh, collision on the wall that costing him there. Didn't overly affected the damage of the car too much. It'll be right to finish this lap. So we're heading to the pits. I'm grabbing the wet tyres now. So looks like there's some damage there to that Corvette, and it does look like Angry Old Fella's Corvette there. And there's also damage there by Mersey Blue. Are we still sporting that damage or not? Quite wet there. So Psycho get to set a lap. It looks like he's on slicks there, so it's going to be, yes, quite slippery for him. Psycho's jumped in the pits, he'll be setting a wet lap. Very wet there. Getting in the pits, they're all jumping in for the wets now. Aussie Chopper out on the track. Like Angry's dropped out, so he may be having more connection issues there. We'll have 7 minutes to be able to try and get back in and be able to get a lap in just to set a qualifying position. Entering the pits there by Aussie. See him change over into the wets. I won't reset the car by just deciding to go to the pits and starting off as all cold, so we don't get to see his crew there. Nice invisible pit crew there for Aussie. So we'll see how this Ferrari's doing in the wet. Handling quite well. A few scrapes up the right hand side of the Ferrari. Cornering nicely there by Skiddy. On board in the Ferrari. Letting that rain pelt down on the roof. We did set 271, similar speed in the wet, not bad. On the brakes, 2 downshifts, 3 downshifts in the second for the chase. Line there. The drivers, it pulls up on the corner there, so the drivers can actually cut the curb there once it starts pulling. So Angry Old Fella has rejoined us, so he's definitely having some technical issues going on there, so he's not leaving him much choice to be able to set a time. As long as he does set a time, smallest time is 2:21, so we should be able to set a cold one in just in time, be able to set himself just a little bit higher so he gets some more qualifying points there. Oh, contact there. Skitty should definitely be happy there with the 207, sneaking that in before the wet. So I'll probably be seeing some 210s, 211s my drive. Oh, serious damage there for Skitty. That'll seem want to pull out. Oh, who do we? Who was it passing there? Tenchi by the look of it. Tenchi being our leader in the series at the moment. Aussie Chopper then qualifying for 4th, so he's currently coming 3rd in the series. Angry old fella coming 2nd. This will try and keep himself up contending there since there's only 26-point difference between them. Definitely wants to try and set a higher qualifying time there. And 2.5 minutes of qualifying remaining here. So the drivers will get a 5-minute break after the qualifying before they prepare to head off into the ready room for the start of the 90-minute race. Oh, so the puddle there definitely affecting, so they can cut that corner much more, get up over the ripple strip there and across the dirt patch, so they do not get penalised. But once that pool of water does start disappearing, if they cut that, they will be hit for a slow penalty. So Sweat Ridge is going off wide there, and they're going off to the pits. So 204 being our pole position. I don't think we will see that be beaten. Yes, so Sweat Ridge's last lap, it was on his 2nd lap. He did set that quite early and hasn't finished. And Angry Old Fella, 2 grid place positions, so most likely we'll see him at the back of the field for that. Psycho getting in a time for 2:33, so at least guaranteeing him in that position there for qualifying points. Very wet there coming down the mountain. Very conscious of what gear they're using there, so they don't want to be putting up the RPM there and sliding out through that wet pools. Tenchi doing not a bad lap here. He definitely should possibly be able to improve his position here. 30 seconds remaining. Most drivers in the pit, so won't get another chance to get a lap in. We do have 5 drivers, 4 on the field. Into the pool there, so just raises that car straight towards that wall there with that pool. And if they've got the throttle on, Tenchi 214, so not improving there by the looks of things. And so 220 there in the wet, so we do have, if Angry is try to settle that, yes he is. Driver, but he did say he didn't get much practice in for this one. He'll need to be to 214 to be able to not get last qualifying points here. Just narrowly getting time in with only 30 seconds remaining as they go heading into the chase there. Getting a draft there from Skiddy. No, cutting that corner, yes, that's a nice move there. That will have saved him a good couple of seconds. Oh, was it? No, it was exceeded for track limits. So for qualifying, we have Sweat Ridge taking first position, so fastest lap 204.070. So that was done in the dry, followed by Skiddy in second, so that's 207. And then Rogo Dresch in with a 208 for third. We have Aussie Chopper followed in fourth, Matteo Tommaso, Tenchi 202, Mersey Blue, Psycho Gency, and Angry Old Fella. So not getting in that lap, and also with some pit penalties there, so grid 2 places. So he still will achieve 9th position points. So the drivers will get a 5-minute break here before heading in. So we will be going to just a waiting screen while the drivers get ready and head in, and then we'll be seeing them waiting over by the grid. Welcome back. Drivers will be getting ready to head over from their 5-minute break. So currently this is the third round of a 4-round series, so next fortnight we'll be seeing the drivers heading to the Nürburgring, so we'll be alternating during one there, so we'll be seeing some nice results from Bathurst here. This is always a track favourite with us Aussies here, so joining the track very shortly, so I'll get a couple of minutes with a rolling screen before we actually do see the race start. So drivers currently at the ready room, so they can make the final settings to the car. In position 1, so pole is Sweat Ridge. Followed by Skiddy in second. So a new driver to the series. Sweat Ridge was a new contender into the last round. So Rojo Gresh 132 in third. So he's also a new addition to the series, just making his debut in tonight's race. So Aussie Chopper in fourth, which will be nice for Aussie as he's up there in the top 4. Mateo Tommaso in fifth. Tenchi 202 is our current series champion, leading by 26 points in 6th position. Mersey Blue in 7th. Psychogency in 8th, and Angry at the back of the field there in 9th position. Drivers get a couple of minutes to adjust their settings from any settings they may have for qualifying, making sure they've got fuel load and whatnot ready for the race. So they do have to make sure they hit their ready button in there as well, otherwise they do get dropped from the race. So if we see any cars vanish off the grid here and they're in the pits, it's disqualified for them all there. Okay, so here we go. We have lost one driver by the looks of things there. The lights be out to green, and away we go. So Skiddy there pulling ahead quickly in the Ferrari there, followed by Sweat Ridge and the Vet taking the inside line there. So he'll be towing in nicely behind that Ferrari there, having an advantage with some speed. Nice and clean for Hill Corner there, no incidents by the looks of things there. Nice and tidy through the back of the pack. Oh, bit of close. I don't know if there was any contact there, but Angry's moved up 4 positions. We have lost one driver, so that's a game by 3. By default, an extra position there, so that's unfortunate for that driver. Not sure who it was that we lost there. Oh, controller issues there by Angry. Into the wall again. We're dropping like flies there. We may be doing a race restart. Yes, we will be doing a race restart there, so some definite issues there. So we'll be going back to our Be Right Back session, and then we will start this again. A race restart here. Bear with us. So we are back now. So drivers, I had an issue with a driver dropping out, and there was some tech issues going on there. So the drivers will be doing a formation lap. So they'll do their first lap, taking it easy around the track, and then form up down Conrod Straight. And then as soon as they head to the finish line there, it will be go. So hopefully no incidents, and I'll do it in single file just to avoid any issues. So we won't see much of a really interesting first turn into Hell Corner, so they won't be making many moves there. Okay, so we haven't had any drivers drop out. So we've got 9 in the field there. I'll take it easy. Don't want to see drivers taking any damage in a formation lap. Regionals in first, so he's already taken it. Skitty, then we had Roger, then we had Aussie Chopper. Angry dropping back there, let Psycho through. And they're already in their position, so nicely done there. They have been asked to keep it to about 80 when they cross the line. Sweat Ridge, Skitty and Rojo being our newer drivers to the series, taking the first 3 positions of the race. So Corvette, Ferrari and Ford, 3 differences there, which is quite surprising for the top 3. And Ferrari doing very well to keep up with those more top-end speed cars. Hopefully drivers also being aware just to try and keep that brake temperature up, as well as a slow lap like that with not much braking. Those brakes will have cooled right off from the nice hot ready start that the game usually starts them off with. So starting at the 80. Oh, a little bit too wide there, nearly had a spin there by Sweat Ridge. So they're keeping it at the 80 there. And they will have to take single file here. It'll be interesting to see what drivers take a tailgating approach just to tuck in behind everyone here, compete for every bit of track space that they can. So race about to start. Nice and easy, about to cross the line. One driving on in a single file, and it's go. They are away. Oh, there's an incident there by Psycho and Angry. Angry is in the pits. He put a wrong tyres on the car. Interesting start there for Angry. Psycho having a bit of damage there. Already for the start of the race. Oh, there's an incident there by Rojo. Huge impact, affecting multiple drivers there. So Psycho, Tenchi, and Mersey Blue there. That'll be seeing Rojo heading into the pits there. Angry back out on the track. So some definite damage there by Tenchi, Mersey and Psycho. Affecting them early on in the race. Mersey Blue catching up there with Psycho as he's heading down into the S's. So I'm pretty sure the incident there as they're heading up into the mountain most likely would have been from cold brakes. So they get up to top speed in 6th gear there and then heavy braking, downshift a couple of gears, so most likely locked up. Just getting in the Ferrari there, followed by Matteo Tommaso there in the Porsche, quickly gaining position back up onto that Ford GT there by Aussie. Skitty tucking in there, nice hug on that curb there. Ford GT most likely getting away a bit quicker there. The Psycho heading into the pits, has some significant damage there for him, so his crew's out ready to go. Tenchi weathering the damage for another lap, so at least he's got his headlights there, so it'll be interesting. See when he heads into fix that. He must have fared not too bad. So damage mostly to the front left of the car there. A Sweat Ridge. Oh, out wide there on Skyline. Can he pull it in without slipping out? Yes, he did just in time. So he did just make the fastest first sector, so setting a 43.480. Rojo's in the pits, fixing that significant incident there at the mountain corner. Tidy there through Forest Hill. Those hills having a nice speed getting down Conrod there. The Tenchi closing in on Mersey Blue there. Oh, bit of slip. That's going to be costing him possibly position. They're both sporting aero damage here, so they won't be getting a great speed down Conrod here. So we were seeing the Corvettes getting up to a 272. We'll see how he goes, tailing in behind Mersey Blue here. Should only get to about 265. Not that 260 there, so definitely costing him. So he should be considering getting that car in for those aero repairs. We'll see if Mersey Blue and Tenchi, no, going to weather it through. So, Sweat Ridge again making fastest sector 3. Tenchi looking to make an outside move there in the whole corner. He's got him there. Definitely more aero damage there by Mersey Blue, losing a position there to Tenchi. Tenchi being our series leader at the moment. So Rojo Gresh out there getting the blue flag, so he's down on lap already from those early repairs. So race currently 4 flat, Rojo Gresh only on his 3rd. So new fastest time for sector 3. Psych Agency setting it with a 38.361, so Sweat Ridge did do a 38.450, so very tight there by those two. So Psycho currently sitting in 8th position. If he keeps setting fastest sector, he did go in for repairs, so he's showing damage, but sliding through the corner there. Scraping that wall. Nice and close to the wall there as he hits it into Skyline. So Psych Agency just set the fastest. Oh, making wall contact there, costing him some time there through the mountain. Fastest laps, Sweat Ridge currently with a 2.650. Sorry, the Corvette's spitting and crackling there. The damage we're seeing may have been repaired. It doesn't refresh the visual damage even though you've had the damage fixed, but definitely is showing a bit of wobbling there, so possible suspension damage there by Psycho. The fastest sector 3 and fastest sector 1 there by Psycho. Fastest in sector 2 is Sweat Ridge. So having the fastest lap there by his doing so well in sector 2. So Psycho there just setting a 205.929, so the fastest lap currently is Sweat Ridge with 205.650, so over the course of the endurance race we could see Psycho getting up there. Mersey Blue not giving up that position that Tenchi took from him. It's catching up to him, but a little bit of slip there. A nice line through the dipper. See if he is battling this car. See what sort of damage. Spotting nice there through Forrestal though. So Tenchi only got reached 260 down Conrod, having that advantage over what appeared to be for Mersey Blue that last lap. Yeah, so yeah, 5 kilometres difference there, so much more significant aero damage there by Mersey, not being able to achieve those top end speeds. So this was this point in the race it may serve just to hold off until they need to pit in for wet tyres when the rain comes. Get the repairs done there. Just hopefully it doesn't cost them. That could be costing them a couple of seconds just from that 10 kilometre difference down Conrod there. Tenchi going wide there around that corner. So Sweat Ridge at the moment crept to his lead by almost 12 seconds. So again, improving some sector 3 was Psych Agency. Previously it was a 38.045 and he's just set a 37.932, so nice driving there by Psycho. So very consistent with the current race leader. So it looks like Aussie Chopper and Skiddy will be potentially catching up to each other here, so Tenchi and Mersey Blue still battling for this position. 2 seconds between the two of them here. And closely catching up to Matteo Tommaso in the Porsche. The Porsche does look like it's clean and free of damage. And that Corvette creeping in on that Porsche. I don't think we'll see him get round him on here on Conrod. We'll use that slipstream to his advantage and possibly get an extra 5 kilometres out of it. Saw him do 260, no, losing the slip there, so still losing that speed there. So Matteo driving nicely along there in the Porsche. Matteo's last lap being his quickest lap at 2:12.597, a nice lap there. He does have those 2 Corvettes closing in on him. Angry Old Fella is creeping up in on them too, so difference of 2 seconds there behind that. So this will be an interesting group here for a battle for 4th to 7th. Psycho doing well with his fastest time of 2:06.07 now. Current fastest lap of the race is 2:05.875, which is set by the race leader. So if Psycho didn't have to go in for those repairs, it'd be a very strong contender. But it is a long race. There's an hour and 14 remaining, so they're only 15 minutes into the race. So it's anybody's race yet. I think I may have seen a couple of drops of rain. Yes, looks like the rain's setting in. So drivers will be warned by their pictures of rain coming in. So it'll be interesting to see how many laps they hold off for on those slicks. And whether those drivers sporting the damage will take that opportunity to get the repairs now. So with how close they are between these 4 drivers. So Angry already being in the pits. Whether he opted for wets at that time could give him an advantage. So we'll just cruise on through as these other 3 pit, but they won't want to be giving up that position just yet in the pits. Angry there, making a move. The 3 of damage there, taking Tenchi straight up the rear of Mersey Blue there. Tucking him right behind there through the chase. I think Angry will stay out. Making him inside move on Mersey, possibly also Matteo. Nicely done there. Possibly see him get past Matteo on Hill Corner here as well. Potentially slipping behind there, yes. Angry Old Fella there, just moving up from position 6 up to position 4. Mersey climbed to position 5, so Tenchi struggling at the moment. So Angry Old Fella setting his last lap then 2:08. His best was a 2:07, so and he has received a 10-second time penalty as well. The Aussie Chopper has then taken 2nd position. He was about 6 seconds behind Skiddy, so Skiddy showing some damage there. I don't know if it was from early in the race. Definitely made some wall contact there. So Aussie looking any damage. They're sitting at 208, currently nearly 16 seconds behind the race leader. A few scrapes on the front right of that car. Appears to be free of any aero damage, so he's getting that expected time. So Sweat Ridge in the pits, so will Aussie go in? Is he opting for the pits? Will he take this opportunity, seeing now that Sweat Ridge is in the pits? First. See if he can increase this lead on the slick tyres. May secure him just enough time to be able to get in and make that change. Rojo, oh, bit of mess there. Who have we got that's lost in the pits there? I think that Sweat Ridge was just avoiding. Cars are ghosted in the pits, which is lucky. So several cars are going. Tenchi heading in. Mersey Blue also in there for the pits. So Aussie Chopper now, his fastest lap 2:10. Giddy with a 2:10.5, so very close timings between those guys. Aussie putting a lead of 6.5 seconds there on Skiddy, but Skiddy will need to hit the pits, and so will Aussie. So it's still quite light with the rain at the moment, so it's possible we could see the Ford survive out there on slicks for a few laps yet. So not raining as heavy right on top of the mountain, but as they're coming down the mountain, it tends to be a lot heavier there. Not noticing much slip there by Aussie. It'd be early afternoon in sim time at the moment. So Sweat Ridge back out, so re-entered from pitting in 6th position. Oh, slipped there by Psycho by the looks of that. Looks like he's made some more contact there. The Psycho's gained from 6th into 5th. So we keep seeing him doing those times, so hopefully that front bar damage that's fluffing about there on him isn't doesn't look like it is new damage. It may be from the earlier incident, it just has not refreshed, but it all slipped out there by Psycho, costing him there. Oh, war contact stuck in the corner. That is going to be devastating there for Psycho. Still holding 6th possession. Quick recovery. Will he opt to head into the pits there? Looks like yes. So he definitely did not have some wets there, so a bit quick into the pits there. Braking just in time, so there is Cruisers. It's a second pit there for... it doesn't tell us how many pits on the timing sheets. So Aussie Chopper still did not pit. So last lap of 2:12, so not bad. So it'll be interesting to see what tyres he's currently on, but he should do quite well on the slicks for another lap yet. Skiddy is closing in, so it was a 6-second gap, now down to 5 and closing in quickly. Ooh, war contact there. Like it's overly affecting damage. The Sweat Ridge closing in on the Porsche here with Matteo Tommaso in that Porsche. Bit of slip there as he goes down through the mountain. Mersey Blues just entered the pits. You see, close wall contact there. I think we will see Sweatridge make a pass here on the Porsche. Will Matteo hold him off there? So Aussie Chopper now heading into the pits. Will we see Skiddy follow behind? Yes, Skiddy's heading into the pits. So not much work should have to be done to Aussie's Ford, so we could see him sneak out some Mateos into the pits as well. Sweatridge is already on the wets. So Aussie's still in the pits there. No, he will lose his position there. So Sweatridge taking the lead again for the race. Bit of slip there for your whole corner. Bit of pooling water. Putting big gap there as the other drivers are on the pits there. So huge advantage to Sweatridge here at the moment. If he can maintain this through the wet section and into the evening. The track temperatures will be quite low after having a period of rain and then heading into the evening. Aussie Chopper re-entering the race from the pits in second position. And quite a long pit stop there by Aussie. So a good minute pit stop there. A bit quicker by Skiddy there, so they obviously got some damage, or he definitely must have went for a much larger fuel load. So he may try and just endure the night stint with any absentee stops. So a lot of slip there. Nice Sweatridge. So Skiddy looks like he may have made contact there. He was closing in on Matteo. Matteo getting back away from him. So the Porsche faring very well in the race. He's managed to be free of incidents and nice clean driving by Matteo. Porsche nailing it through the corners through the mountain. Just glides through like a knife through butter, the Porsche. Beautiful to drive through on Bathurst there, even in the wet. Rojo in the pits, so we did see him some serious damage. 265 in the wet, down through Conrod there. Wheels a bit slow through the chase there. So see if the drivers will not be able to start cutting this corner just yet, so it's not pulling. There's no aquaplaning heard there by the Porsche. Beautiful lap there by Matteo. So Tenchi and Skiddy. Skiddy slipping out there, Tenchi making a move. So it looks like he may have hit a bit of water in the corner. Oh, it looks like Psycho's just spun out in the pits there. Followed by Angry Old Fella, so opting in for the wet tyres now. Yep, tyre change. So back with the Porsche, cutting some very tidy, consistent laps at the moment. Keeps up this rate. Quite possibly we could have a go for the win in the race for this. we'll have a look and see how Matteo actually did in the last race. Matteo not in the last race, so he's only just... So he has missed a race. So he's sitting 7th currently in the championship. So 1 hour, 1 minute remaining on the race. So it's late afternoon now, raining at Mount Panorama. Definitely usual summer Bathurst weather. A lot of water there, breaking in, entering the chase. We'll try and see how much water there is on the corner here, whether drivers are allowed to start cutting the track. A lot of drivers don't know, not too much aquaplane there, but the Porsche does cut through the water quite nicely there. So our race leader, Sweat Ridge 3103. Putting 22-second lead at the moment, but it is closing in at the moment. Varying by half a second at the moment by Aussie Chopper. Pace definitely dropping there by Sweat Ridge in the wet. Close to wall contact there. To coming out of the dipper there. A slip there as his early throttle through Forest Elbow. So last laps, 2:23 by Sweat Ridge, Aussie Chopper 2:23.9. So pit stops by Psycho, so Psycho just setting at 2:29 for his last lap. He was sitting with a 2:05.99 in the dry as the fastest lap for him. The fastest lap of the race is 2:05.650 by Sweat Ridge. So it's 5 bonus points for setting the fastest time in the race. Different line there by Sweat Ridge, avoiding the aquaplane. So Skitty has just been in the pits. Just exited in front of Mersey Blue. So Angry Old Fella moving up a position. Mersey Blue struggling there in the wet, spinning out. Oncoming cars we've got. Oh, he's just reset just in time. Off he goes. Nice little burnout there as he heads up the hill. Hearing some damage noise there. I don't know if the car's bottoming out and dragging something there. Aussie Chopper heading into the pits now. Oh, second pit. So did lose his rear wing there, so it may have been his rear wing that the Ferrari did just drive over, so it is a definite must to get that fixed, as the Ford GT does not like to hold corners when that rear wing is gone. So Tenchi moves up to 3rd position, Matteo Tommaso in 2nd position now. So current lead by our race leader is just under 32 seconds. So Angry Old Fella doing well, climbed back up through the field, and he did pit in on that first lap. I'm not sure what was going on, whether the race setup wasn't quite what it was, as when doing the race restart, race settings will revert from what they have set as default. So the game is notorious for changing settings in between practice, qualifying and race sessions as it is. Even if it is ticked, it's drivers will have to usually always mark their default setups and reload them, as it tends to not always change it despite showing that it's got it. That apparently is what was the technical issue with the first start requiring the restart of the race, as Rojo was adjusting fuel load and it didn't save in time, and he dropped out from not getting that ready screen. So nice there for cutting by Angry Old Fella. Nice fresh car, looking nice and tidy. He does quite well and manages to finish a race looking very tidy. So Sweat Ridge back into the pits, doing a tyre change. Losing position here, Matteo Tomaso taking the lead. An unexpected pit stop there by Sweat Ridge. Will he be... He's lost the position there, but... Ridge back out on the track. Tenchi closing in as well. So, we do have a car right behind Matteo here. Bit of... Oh! Is that rear contact made by Rojo? Rojo down 1 lap, sorry, 2 laps down. Making wall contact, so he's dragging the rear bumper there. Significant damage, not a good... Oh, more wall contact by Rojo. Hasn't lost the panel, but... Oh, more wall contact. Struggling in the wet at the moment. A bit of panel damage, only just more affecting it. Hopefully no contact here to Matteo. As Rojo is a back marker here, so hopefully doesn't interfere with Matteo's great lead here. Sweat Ridge closely getting back in, 2-second gap there. Ford GT may make a move on Matteo. Matteo may just want to let him through. Not run the risk of an incident for his lead here. Psycho is just entering the pits. So a fair bit of carnage to the driver's cars here with wet conditions on the mountain. It's a Sweat Ridge closing back in after that unexpected pit stop by him as well. Doing a tyre change. So blue flag given to Rojo. So the rain has stopped. No. Still raining. So we'll be starting to approach sunset. Blue flag given to Rojo 2 times here. Oh, going off a little bit too much, giving him too much room. This could be devastating for him here. Hopefully it doesn't. He pulled in just in time. He does want to get on that braking line while having a tyre off. Contact, and for some reason Sweat Ridge's car is gliding a few inches above the track there. That's we can't see too much there. Looking from the cockpit. So if his car's managing to fly above the track, yeah, he's avoiding the nice wet conditions if that is the case, but definitely is not, but very interesting. Last race we had, pit crews were wearing camouflage, invisible clothing. So yeah, Sweat Ridge's car definitely gliding above the track, and because of that, it's not causing any water spray. So I wonder what time he's getting on, if he's actually getting any water effects here. This is brilliant. So the tyre change by Sweatridge was a nice move. Whatever tyres he managed to put on just levitates him above the track. Wonderful job there. We'll have to let Aussie Chopper know. He tends to have a few issues with his pit crew not changing tyres correctly, so he might have to have a chat with Sweat and... Oh, spinning out. The magic tyre's not helping him there. Small bit of rear damage there, making contact with the wall. And that front spoiler hanging on there. It'd probably be lost at some stage, definitely affecting him. Possible suspension damage there as well for Sweatridge. So big advantage there for Matteo. So gap climbing up to 8 seconds. Gunshot there from the Porsche as he's downshifts heading into the cutting. Brilliant racing tonight by Matteo. So Sweatridge closing in and then also slipping off. Oh, he's had an accident. Definitely having a stint in the pits there. Significant damage now by his car there. So Tenchi taking second place, closing in the gap to Matteo. Struggling to keep on the line there, so not sure if he's turned his lights off. Yes, no, so he's definitely had some heavy damage to the front there, so lights aren't working, so he's definitely going to have to get into the pits and get that fixed. That's going to cost him over the... Let's see. Oh, big slide there. Oh, significant incident there. So hopefully no cars not opting for the car reset there. Gonna have to limp that car back into the pits. So Angry, being our silent climber of the ranks here. So pitting on that first lap, right up the rear of Aussie there. Heavy pressure to Aussie. Angry making a move through Forest Elbow, beautifully done. Beautiful driving there by Angry. The Psycho here closing in on Mersey Blue. Passing him there, heading up the mountain. Getting dark, sun is going down. So Sweatridge getting into the pits now, he needs that fixed. Aussie Chopper slowly slipping behind Angry there. Now Angry now in third position with Sweatridge heading into the pits. No, where is Sweatridge? Had a spin out in the pits there, struggling for that car. Some significant damage there, so definitely probably severe suspension damage there. Tyre change, no fuel. So Aussie not giving up that position just yet. Less than a second between him and the Angry Old Fella here. They go up the mountain. Bit of slip there. So the sun has gone down, so night stint. Track, it's not raining. Drivers are sticking to the usual driving line and We'll see the track dry up a fair bit, so that means that we will be seeing another round of pit stops. We'll see who holds out on those wets just a bit longer. It's Matteo getting a nice lead there, 9-second gap between him and Tenchi at the moment. So both will need to get in on and get on those dry tyres. Mersey Blues entered the pits. So damage there by the looks of it to Mersey Blue. He'll be opting for a tyre change, I would assume. Getting a splash of fuel as well. Let's see if he's going to be getting a tyre change. The pit crew is ready with the tyres. No, it's away. Mersey isn't moving. Maybe trying to opt for the AI. So Sweat Ridge heading out of the pitch line. Mersey Blue is there. Must have been having a... Oh, they're going to make contact with the pits. They have crossed between each other. So ghosting, not giving up a position for Ghost. As soon as they get out of the pits here, it's going to be disastrous. Still ghosting. Sweat Ridge just getting in ahead. Hopefully no damage caused there by the two of them. Mersey putting on the pressure there to Sweat Ridge. So both would be on dry tyres now. Oh, too slippery for Mersey Blue. Oh, and he's vanished. Oh, we got him back there. I thought it may have been a disconnect for him there. So it is still slippery on the track, so it is much cooler track temperatures at the moment. I don't get given track temperatures. So get rid of that speedo. So Matteo Tommaso still 8 seconds ahead of Tenchi. So Tenchi, yes, sporting damage there, so trying to work out who is tailing in behind there from Matteo. They're sporting only one headlight. Looks like Rojo. So Tenchi with a bit of damage there, and he's also catching up onto Rojo. So that could be an advantage to Matteo, as Tenchi is closing in. So Angry's moved up the third position now. So 30 seconds in behind the pack there. Quickly closing in. So some nice clean driving there by Angry. We haven't seen him head in the pits, not sure if he's opted for some dry tyres yet. So some recent lap times. So we're seeing fastest Angry Old Fella 2 minutes 13 in the cool wet. So we could possibly see Angry definitely close in on some drivers over the night stint. So if he's got 5 seconds over the current leaders setting 2:18s. Oh, some more contact there. Should not have done much damage. You can afford a few clips on the walls before you actually occur any actual aero damage or suspension damage. Very quick down the mountain there. So Psycho heading in the pits and Mersey Blue also heading into the pits. very overcast conditions still, making it quite cool on the mountain there. Beautiful line there through the chase. So the track has dried up quite significantly now. So drivers will not be able to cut that corner there. Nice work there by Angry. 41 minutes remain of the race. Mersey Blue there, 9th position, so extra pit there has cost him and he's fallen into 9th position. Rojo gaining a position there. He'd been battling at the back of the pack there from that significant accident. So Rojo back into 8th position. He'll be happy to not be seeing that position 9. So Rojo and Mersey Blue 2 laps behind the race leader. Which only being a lap back on the leaders. Ridge will not want to get caught up into that, and that looks like Matteo just there. Being passed by the back markers there. A little too quick into the chase there by Mersey Blue. Running off into the chase there. Matteo currently 7-second lead on Tenchi. It looks like Mersey Blue is behind him, so Tenchi's yet to cover that back marker. If Matteo can re-catch back up to Rojo there, through another back marker in between him and Tenchi, would be beneficial to increase his lead. It's brilliant watching this Porsche drive tonight. Matteo is doing a fantastic job in the Porsche over the mountain. Be sure to, if you're watching this stream, give Matteo a good cheer. I can't hear it on the stream, but any viewers will see it and will be saved on there when it's loaded onto YouTube later as well. So most of these drivers tonight will be competing in our V8 Supercars series, which starts this Thursday. So it'll be the same time again, and it's not a long endurance race, so they'll be doing two races, a sprint race followed by a bit longer main event with 2 qualifying sessions. Matteo brilliantly driving this Porsche. Car's incredibly clean. Nice tidy driving there. It's Tenchi closing that gap in now. It's only 5.5 seconds from Matteo. And Angry still climbing up through that pack, so now only 16 seconds away from that. And he did start in position 9 and pitted at the end of that formation lap, so unexpected there. They did change tyres, so very odd. The Sweat Ridge making a pit there. He was our race leader for a majority of the race, so 23 laps in, 37 minutes remaining. So the cars aren't that much spaced, considering we're now 23 laps in and they have been racing for an hour. way of these endurance races that usually by this stage there is a fair gap in between drivers. It's not that you're getting a constant battle, so it's a brilliant race to be seeing. Aussie chopper here, cracking away in the Ford GT. They're currently sitting at 4th. Only 20 seconds, sorry, 26 seconds off. Sweatridge having an issue here. What's happened to him here? Oh, sorry, Mersey Blue. Lost the front end there. Oh, that angry old fella again, just narrowly avoiding him there. Spoiler there as they come down the S's into the dipper. A close move by Angry there, avoiding a possible incident on Skyline. Also, Tenchi closing in on Matteo, 4 seconds now. Angry 11 seconds. Aussie Chopper there tailing in behind. So Tenchi 4 seconds now, but I do believe he's got someone to cover. Yes, he does. Looks like it maybe Mersey Blue, but they've peeled off into the pits. So that looks like Sweatridge's car there just in front of him. Matteo's entered the pits, so Tenchi's taking first place. Tyco now taking 5th position. 3 cars in the pits. He's a lap down by the looks of things. 1 lap behind. This will give him a good opportunity to try and climb back up and at least have a good battle for potentially climb to 4th. Tenchi still sporting damage, so we'll need to see him pit. So taking the lead, Matteo and Angry entering the pits. So I'm sure they would be in there opting for the softs now with quite cold track temperatures. There's a heavy cloud heading into midnight. Ooh, struggling to keep it through the S's there. Bit too quick coming into the dipper. He's going to look wide. And no, brings it in time. The Skiddy's entering pits. He's just received the time penalty for pit lane violation as well. And trying to get some warmth into those tyres as he heads up the mountain. Angry is approaching, looks like Matteo. Nice speed as he heads across Skyline there. K's down through dipper and right on the tail of Matteo as he heads into Forest Elba. He made a move on cars through Forest Elba before he making it again. Side by side down Conrod. Matteo just breaks in, blocks the position. Tenchi's just headed into the pits. Matteo and Angry quickly catching up. He does a tyre change and a splash of fuel. And he has got that damage that he desperately needs fixed, otherwise he's going to be losing precious seconds on each lap. Matteo giving up the position there. Too quick though for Angry getting into the chase there. Not an issue of having to redress a position there, that's fine. So Tenchi still in the pits, Angry and Matteo. Angry now taking the lead of the race. Tenchi heading out of the pits. Still going to be another 5 seconds in the pits there before he's actually exited. Matteo slipping behind now, almost 2 seconds behind Angry. But Matteo not giving up that lead just yet, now closed in on 1 second. So fatigue would definitely be starting to set in on our drivers. An hour of racing plus the 30 minutes from the practice and qualifying session. And drivers do have the option of choosing an AI co-driver as well, so you can make a pit and change over, and they'll drive at let's set to 85% of a standard lap, so they'll still run with custom setups. So I'm not sure if any driver's making the opt for that. Oh, contact there in Forest Elbow. Matteo looks like he may have some suspension damage there in that front right wheel there. That'll further the lead for Angry there for sure. So now putting 4.5 seconds on Matteo. Tenchi closing in 6 seconds behind. And it looks like a Ford GT sits in there behind Matteo. It's probably Rojo. Looks like the black Ford. Yes, it is. The Porsche losing seconds here. Will we see him enter the pits? Rojo desperately trying to gain lost laps here. The Porsche struggling at the moment. Rojo getting blue flags, but he is actually passing our race leaders there. It looks like we've lost Psycho. Had significant damage. So Rojo doing 218. So Angry Old Fella's thing at 208. So he's falling behind there. There's 2 laps behind now. So they are catching up. That is good to see. So battle here for Rojo and Mersey. Mersey with some significant damage there, so Skitty is heading into the pits. No lights there, so he's made some front contact. Tenchi closing in on Matteo. Definitely some pressure there for Matteo as they head down Conrod. Has got some significant aero damage on that front there, losing some speed down that straight. Definitely not good for the Porsche. Entering nice and quick there through the chase by Tenchi. Our series leader at the moment, pushing on that pressure to try and take that second position. Rojo spinning out there, narrowly avoiding Matteo and Tenchi. So a second between these two guys here, battling for second position. Porsche with the potential to try and put that gap on Tenchi through the mountain here. Mateo making slight contact up there through there at the top of the mountain. Tenchi tucking in behind Mateo, approaches the S's. A little bit wide down there. It's going to be a tad wide for the dipper. Looking to try and make a move, going down the hill. Ooh, locking the brakes there in the forest elbow, costing him a second there. Ooh, breaking the slipstream, it's going out wide there. Mersey blue there, getting the blue flag, moving over a bit too far. Ooh, not a good position there for Tenchi at that speed. He's going to put him slightly off for approaching the chase. It's safely getting past. having a dropout, hoping it wasn't too far along that it dropped out. We had some great battles going on. So Angry making some nice moves there. So 16 minutes remaining of the race. Tenchi closing back in on Matteo. 1 second difference between them at the moment. And still sporting damage on that Corvette. Aussie Chopper is making a pit stop. So we did make a few hard hits. Areas may have had some damage. Porsche and the Corvette here saying some damage from earlier incidents. Potentially having a couple of issues at the S's. See if he does well here. He's been getting some good speed along Skyline. And then missing the S's there. Ooh, contact there by Matteo. Not losing position. Oh, making a move on the dipper. Tenchi passes Matteo out on the dipper. So 35 seconds now. Lead put on by Angry. 14 minutes remaining. Sun coming up. Could be seeing if Angry doesn't have any issues on the track. He should have the race in the bag. But Tenchi Matteo not giving it up for this battle for second. Hopefully when the stream dropped out, it wasn't through these great battles. Hopefully I caught on to that quite early. Hey Gallon, I just saw your comment there. Tenchi trying to close in the gap onto Angry now. Shaved off a second with 13 minutes remaining. May not be enough to catch Angry. Matteo does not want to give up that position for second place. Pushing that Porsche as hard as he can to try and catch back up on the Tenchi there. So last lap set. Tenchi doing a 2:10.153. Angry Alpha 2:07, so definitely climbing ahead there. Seeing why he's put that 35-second lead onto second place. Matteo 3 seconds slower than Tenchi, so Tenchi may start to climb away here. So down towards the back of the pack. Got Mersey Blue and Skiddy competing for 5th position here. I do not think they are a lap behind on each. Yes, so they are on lap 31, so they're battling for 5th position. Rojo, no lights at the moment. It's having a few issues. It's lost the rear on the Ford GT there. Getting it into the pits. Significant damage there to the Ford GT. Pit crew running out to meet him there. Hopefully not too much damage to be repaired there. He's had some bad luck in the Ford GT tonight. So with Rojo starting in the top three, disappointing result for him at the moment with the few incidents that badly affected the car. Yeah, we're missing you, Gallon. But we're streaming Thursday night, so you'll get some coverage there. And Tenchi's struggling to close that gap. Angry is still flying ahead. Well, it does look like a few scratches on the side of his car. He's not going to be finishing with it in immaculate condition in this race. Let's see who's currently driving the fastest. Angry old fella now taking fastest lap of the race. So Sweatridge did have that. He just sent a message through to me saying he had a work call, so had to drop out. Yeah, I will, Gal. I'll try and avoid from seeing the incident. So sun is coming up over the mountain now. Beautiful pink sky there. Beautiful location for the great race. Yes, we head on to Aussie. Ooh, tight through Forest Elbow there by Aussie. I'll be Aussie pushing that forward. We get 280. Yes, reaches 280. Nice line through the chase there. Flat foot. Aussie's heading 208. Very nice time. Looks like this would be a quick lap for him. Fastest in Sector 3 is Aussie Chopper, setting as 0.37, 37.860. That lap, a 206. Very quick there with Aussie, so we're going to jump on board for a hot lap with Aussie. Flat foot on the exit there, approaching up through the mountain. Gentle throttle, heading up for cutting. See if he takes this full throttle here. He can usually sometimes get onto it, not quite. Nice line here, hug that wall as close as you can so you get some good speed along through Skyline. Oh, missing the S's there. Got to slow down there, but he should be right. Nice line in the Forest Elbow there. lap foot straight out of the corner. See if you can break 180, sorry 280 down the Conrod straight. Skiddy's been giving blue flag. Slightly offline there, but nice line for the chase. Good bump over strip. Flat all the way through. Beautiful lap there. Beautiful crackle of that Ford. He set a 208 before. So he did improve his last lap. It was a beautiful lap there by Ozzy. It's a skiddy with some significant damage there. He was being given a blue flag there, possibly for Matteo to get past. But he's missing a front end there. Damaged windshield. Maybe old damage though, as the cars do not reset. Yeah, angry mightn't be the real one now. Not Raps. Might have a couple of Pinocchios. Angry's last lap 207, so Aussie second quickest out there at the moment in as the track temperatures are increasing. Tenchi doing 210, not enough to be able to catch Angry. Rojo doing better out there at the moment. Had some bad luck in the Ford GT tonight. Mersey looking like he makes some wall contact there. Well, up through the mountain there, he may be sustaining some damage. Yeah, not sure the full list yet, but there's Scott Scowl, but thanks for joining in. Taking it easy there in the Corvette by Mersey. Maybe limping it through there with some damage. Good battles earlier with Mersey before drop out. Hopefully we didn't miss out on those. Yeah, see you Thursday, Gallon. So currently Angry in first, but it looks like he definitely will be taking the win here. 3 minutes remaining, so only a lap or two to go. Mersey definitely struggling with his Corvette at the moment. Won't see him make a pit if he is sporting damage. He'll just limp that through if he is doing that. Skiddy with damage. Maybe just be residual and not updated from his last pit, as he hasn't made a pit for a while though. So currently fastest sector is in sector 1 is Rojo Gresh 132 with a 42.6. His previous for Sweatridge having the dropout was setting quickest times, and Psycho as well. Shame Psycho dropped out. He was setting some very quick times. Had some bad luck in the wet there. So Skiddy behind Matteo there. But Skiddy is a lap down. 2 laps down from the leader. 44-second lead currently between Angry and Tenchi. Oh, contact there from Skitty. Bad line there from the Dipper. Ferrari will be definitely struggling to get some speed now down the Conrod Straight. Matteo looks quite safe in third position. So, first to fourth is currently on lap 38. Angry just crossing into lap 39. So, possible for the second, third and fourth to actually change position here depending on what incidents. So it's getting later into the morning now, so 24 hours almost done. Angry is flying ahead with the fastest lap of the race so far, 205.681. I think that may been quicker than what was set by Sweat Ridge early on in the race, so he loses those points for it. Ooh, bit of slip there and run off for an angry old fella in the chase. Fatigue setting in, or is he slowing off just so that, yep, time is done. So Angry taking first position as he crosses the line here. Last lap for the remainder of the drivers. Congratulations to Angry old fella taking first position there. Tenchi 45 seconds behind him. Matteo minute 3. So you don't see him catching Tenchi here. So we'll be seeing Tenchi take the second place, Matteo taking third, Aussie in fourth. Tenchi not holding back here. Can't see it because of the race complete flag, but flash of the lights as he crosses the line. Pleased to take second there. Well done to Tenchi for taking second place. Matteo driven a brilliant race this evening. That Porsche has been phenomenal. A couple of bad lucks. A very tidy race for Matteo, taking third place. Giddy following behind there. So he's a lap down, so he'll be finished now. Aussie just needing to cross the line. As long as he doesn't give any severe damage here, it's fourth position for Aussie Chopper. Brilliant driving by Aussie as well tonight. Oh, jump back to Aussie there. So setting a 2:06, so second fastest lap of the race of the remaining drivers. And it was a slow 2:05, I think it was, from memory, that it was done by Sweat Ridge. It's a brilliant driving there by Aussie Chopper. Didn't appear to be any bad luck in the pits for him this evening. 10 seconds remaining, so race is finished. So 90 minutes done at Bathurst. So that's the end of the third round. So positions, Angry Oldfella taking first. On the podium in second is Tenchi. In third position is Matteo. Fourth, Aussie Chopper. Fifth for Skitty. Sixth, Mersey Blue. Seventh for Rojo Goresh. So two drivers having to drop out of Sweat Ridge and Psycho. Not sure what happened with Psycho, but penalties there not affecting the outcome for the drivers. So fastest lap of the race done by Angry Old Fella with a 205.681, but brilliant job there for 206.459 by Aussie A Chopper there. It was a brilliant lap to have seen. It was a good hot lap. So last round of the series for this one, it's fortnightly, so in 2 weeks, same time, same night, we will be doing the Nürburgring, so full course. So it'll be an arduous task on our drivers to actually get that. So it'll be wonderful to see that. So next one, we hope to see you at that event, and hope to make sure you hit that follow button for Twitch. We also upload to YouTube, so you can continue to watch at a later date. Hit the subscribe button, and if you want to join in on some racing, head over to Apex Esports League on Facebook. Cheers, thanks for joining in.